What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another reaction video. We got the downfall of the NFL's most promising running back. Let's check this out. That boy Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon Bell was the best running back in the National Football League.
Facts. Until he got too cocky and shit, and you know what I'm saying, wanted a whole lot of money.
Played in the NFL. But in order to figure out how the career of the NFL's most dominant running back could end so abruptly.
Hey shit, as a Ravens fan, I was happy when that nigga left the damn Steelers.
Le'Veon Bell was born on February 18th, 1992,
I think it was a Patriots fan
in Reynoldsburg, Ohio, and raised by his single mother, Lisa.
Okay.
Things weren't always easy for Bell growing up, but he made the most of it through sports, starting football at the extremely young age of 4 years old, where he played with 5, 6, and 7-year-olds. Okay. Early on, Bell was forced to play guard to get used to the contact.
I ain't gonna lie. When I used to play football, I played all on the offensive line. Real shit.
He never looked back. Le'Veon also played basketball and track growing up, but football was his best, where he was a 3-year starter in high school for Groveport Madison, rushing for over 1,000 yards in both his junior and senior seasons. Despite his stardom on the field, Bell was extremely under-recruited, receiving only a 2-star grade, and labeled as the 213th ranked running back recruit.
Oh my gosh,
Bell
what a
had a few
stiff
offers from smaller schools like Bowling Green, Marshall, and Eastern Michigan.
Bowling Green.
Despite dreams of playing for his home state Ohio State Buckeyes, Bell had no Power 5 offers.
Wow.
Until his high school principal, Dennis Toller Jr., went to bat for Bell.
Okay.
Believing that Bell was better than his recruiting rank, Toller reached out to Michigan State head coach Mark D'Antonio. And after MSU lost several scholarship players due to disciplinary reasons, Mark decided to offer Bell, and Le'Veon was headed to MSU. In 2010,
principal.
Bell graduated high school early and attended Michigan State in the spring to get ready for the upcoming season. As a freshman, Bell immediately made an impact, helping the Spartans reach 11 wins, the highest win total in school history to that point.
Wow.
In his first career game with the Spartans, Bell ran for 141 yards and 2 touchdowns against Western Michigan. 2 weeks later, he had 114 in the score against Notre Dame, where Michigan State did the unthinkable when they faked the field goal on 4th and 14 in overtime to win the game, 34-31. Michigan State finished 11-2 that year, with a tough loss to Alabama in the Capital One Bowl.
Yes, Hersky, roll tide.
Freshman season, with 844 all-purpose yards, 8 touchdowns, and all Big Ten freshman honors.
Okay.
As a sophomore, Bell's role increased, and he showed signs of what he could be in the NFL as a dual threat back, rushing for just under 1,000 yards, with 267 receiving as well. That season, Bell helped lead the Spartans to the Big Ten championship game, the first ever championship game in conference history after expansion. Spartans led the game for nearly the entire second half, but Monty Ball and Wisconsin got the better of Bell's Spartans, with a score to put them on top for good in the final minutes, winning the game for the Badgers 42-39 in an instant classic. The Spartans finished the year with an 11-3 record, with a 33-30 double overtime victory over the Georgia Bulldogs in the Outback Bowl.
They beat Georgia that year?
Touchdowns from Le'Veon, the second of which coming late in the fourth quarter to force overtime. As a junior, Bell absolutely exploded. Although it was a down year for the Spartans, finishing 7-6, Le'Veon got the bulk of the workload, truly shoucasing what kind of pro he could be. Le'Veon finished the season with nearly 1,800 rushing yards, 12 touchdowns, and another 167 yards receiving, and a touchdown as well. He finished second in the country in rushing yards, was first team All-Big Ten, first team All-American, and decided to enter the NFL draft.
Hey, that's the perfect way to end the NFL draft right there, bro. That fucking season.
His size grade was elite, measuring in at 6'1" and 230 pounds.
Okay.
But his explosion and speed grades weren't nearly as appealing, displaying below average explosiveness and only decent speed when he ran a 4.640 at the combine.
I'm like, and that's the type of shit that'll push niggas down draft boards, bro. Cause people like teams want fast niggas nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Especially at running back and receiver and shit, like, and corner. You know what I'm saying?
With Le'Veon's tremendous size, and
but like, I feel like that shouldn't drop a person down the draft board, bro.
However,
like, you should definitely just watch tape and see how good these niggas are before like making that type of a decision.
Pittsburgh Steelers selected Le'Veon in the second round at 48th overall.
Like, I feel like game speed is like way better than 40 speed.
Added the last member of their Killer Bees, a critical piece to Pittsburgh's explosive offenses in the coming years. As a rookie, Bell came in heavy, weighing between 230 and 240 pounds.
Damn, man.
And was competing with Isaac Rudman.
Eating too many honey buns?
In the second preseason game, however, Le'Veon got hurt against Washington with a mid-foot sprain. He missed the remainder of the preseason and the first 3 weeks of the regular season. Once Bell came back, though, he immediately made an impact. In his first regular season game as a pro, Le'Veon ran for 2 touchdowns and finished with 84 total yards in the loss to the Vikings. A few weeks later, the Steelers released Isaac Redman, and from that point forward, Le'Veon would be their guy. Bell was awesome throughout most of his rookie season, highlighted by an impressive 124-yard, 1-touchdown performance on the road against Green Bay in Week 16. And he broke Steelers legend Franco Harris's rookie record for scrimmage yards the following week against the Browns, finishing the season with 1,259 total yards.
Oh, shit. Okay.
The Steelers were 8-8 that year for the second year in a row, missing the playoffs.
The Bengals were 11-5, nigga, since when, nigga? The fuck?
8-8 that year for the second year in a row, missing the playoffs again, but felt as though they had a strong core of playmakers in place with Roethlisberger, Brown, and Bell.
Yeah, I hated that fucking trio.
Forward. In 2014, Bell entered his sophomore campaign in the NFL in amazing shape. He dropped close to 20 pounds after his rookie season, entering camp at 215, down from the 235 he played at as a rookie.
A lot of, right? He set a lot of fucking weight in off season,
showing everyone what he was capable of. Bell showcased elite patience and vision.
Oh my gosh! Yo, bro, Le'Veon Bell was so nasty, man. Like him and Todd Gurley were like my favorite running backs to watch, bro.
A remarkable 853 yards on 83 catches through the air, with another 3 touchdowns. These were truly jaw-dropping numbers for a running back, and Bell had now completely redefined what it meant to be a feature back. Not only did he add an immense amount of value running the ball, but he elevated the passing game, and as a result, Bell was recognized as the best player at his position.
You gotta show this
second NFL season, when he was named first-team All-Pro in 2014. Okay. Bell also made the Pro Bowl and finished 4th in AP Offensive Player of the Year voting as well. His rise to stardom was remarkably fast, going from rookie to All-Pro in just 2 seasons. The Steelers finished the year 11-5, and won the AFC North by a game over the rival Ravens. Bell was ruled out for the wild card round. However, after hyperextending his knee in Week 17 against the Bengals, in the playoffs, the Ravens got the best of the Steelers when it counted, beating their division rival 30-17.
Coming
off of his first-team All-Pro season, Bell was actually suspended to start the 2015 season. Prior to the 2014 All-Pro campaign, Bell was arrested with teammate LeGarrette Blount on DUI and marijuana possession charges in August of 2014.
I knew that nigga LeGarrette Blount.
But as is tradition in the NFL,
marijuana, bro. He looked like the type.
Process to play out, and suspended Bell the following season for 4 games. After several appeals, however, Bell got the suspension down to 2 games and began his 3rd season in Week 3 of 2015. Bell played 6 games after his suspension, putting up solid numbers, but nothing close to his 2014 All-Pro season. On November 1st, against the Bengals, however, Bell suffered a torn MCL after being tackled by Bengals linebacker Vontaze Burfict, who Steelers fans point out was far from a fan favorite.
Yikes!
Bell was placed on injured reserve after the MCL tear and will miss the remainder of the 2015 season. Without Bell, the Steelers managed to finish 10-6. They avenged Bell's injury in the wildcard round against the Bengals with an 18-16 victory over their division rival, but lost in the divisional round to the Broncos, 23-16. In 2016,
was that the year Broncos won the Super Bowl?
After being suspended for a second time for substance abuse, Bell returned in Week 4 and finished the season with over 1,200 rushing yards, more than 600 receiving yards, and 9 total touchdowns in just 12 games, highlighted by a remarkable performance in Week 14 against the Bills. In a snow-filled game, Bell carried the ball a career-high 38 times.
That nigga running like he hurt,
and set the Steelers' franchise record for rushing yards in a game, with 236, scoring 3 touchdowns in the process. At the conclusion of the regular season, Bell was named second-team All-Pro and made another Pro Bowl, cementing Le'Veon as one of the game's best. In his first career playoff game, Bell proved just how valuable he was. Le'Veon ran for 167 yards,
getting waxed, bro. Holy shit,
and 2 touchdowns, helping the Steelers beat the Dolphins in the wildcard round, 30-12. The following week, in the divisional round, Bell bested his record-setting performance against the Chiefs when he ran for 170 yards, helping the Steelers to their first AFC Championship appearance since 2011, with an 18-16 victory over Kansas City, setting up the matchup with the Patriots for a trip to the Super Bowl. The following week in the AFC Championship game, however, Bell was dealing with a hurt groin he suffered late against Kansas City, an injury that made it nearly impossible to play. Bell left the game in the second quarter, and the Steelers fell short of the Super Bowl, losing to the Pats 36-17. 2017 was a turning point for Bell. Prior to the start of the season, Bell started his music career with his stage name as Juice, releasing a 16-song album on SoundCloud in March. On the football side of things, Le'Veon's contract was up with the Steelers, and Pittsburgh leadership struggled to reach a long-term agreement with Bell. Bell felt as though he should be paid big money, as he was one of a kind, offering services as not only a running back, but a receiver as well. Pittsburgh, however, was hesitant to commit that kind of money to what is considered to be a non-premium position, and as a result, franchise tagged Bell for the 2017 season, a temporary solution for something that would become a consistent problem down the road.
Like, bro, like I understand, like Bell is like such a good fucking running back, but nigga, if you can't stay healthy, none of that shit matters, bro. None of that shit matters.
To show that he was the game's
oh my
best.
gosh, what a stiff arm!
Le'Veon carried the ball a career high 321 times for just shy of 1,300 yards. Added another 6.
I mean, like, bro, if you carrying up the ball over 300 times like that, bro, you should have like at least 1,500 yards. I ain't gonna lie. At least.
Finished with 11 total touchdowns. Bell made another Pro Bowl and was second-team All-Pro again, helping the Steelers to a 13-3 record and a first-round bye in the playoffs. On January 11th, prior to their divisional round matchup against the Jaguars, Bell stated that he would sit out or retire if the Steelers franchise tagged him again.
Wow.
Bell turned down a 2-year, $30 million deal previously, feeling as though the compensation wasn't enough for his services.
I mean, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Because in case he gets hurt again.
Overall value to the team.
But
Bell said,
same goes for both sides,
I just want to be
bro.
valued where I'm at. I'm not going to settle for anything. I know what I do, and I know what I bring to the table. I'm not going out here getting the ball 400 times if I'm not getting what I feel I'm valued at. After the news of his statement, Bell recentered his focus, stating that he was not focused on what happens after the season, and he was just trying to win a Super Bowl. The Steelers lost to the Jaguars in the divisional round, in a shootout, 42-45.
42.
2018 is where the contract.
Jags lost in the AFC Championship game too.
The Steelers failed to sign Bell to a longer-term deal, and franchise tagged him again. True to his word, Bell refused to sign the franchise tag, which was valued at $14.5 million, and sat out the first 9 games of the regular season, at which point he was ruled ineligible to play, and therefore missed the entire 2018 season with the Steelers. That same year, Bell released a 4-song project titled My Side of Things, which detailed his side of the holdout story. In 2019, the Steelers said they would not franchise tag Bell, making him a free agent. That offseason, Bell signed a 4-year, $52.5 million deal with the New York Jets.
But like,
with $35 million.
Bro, out of all teams though, the Jets, really, nigga. Out of all the good teams you could have went to at that time, you go to the fucking Jets. That nigga was asking for his career to go downhill, bro.
Guaranteed.
Bro,
making
shit.
him the second highest paid running back in the NFL.
Who was the first? Was it
Todd
Gurley?
In week 1. But it had become clear he wasn't quite the same, and that the year of missed football impacted Bell tremendously. He finished the season with only 789 rushing yards.
Exactly what happens,
games,
bro. Act like a child, nigga.
And suspension-filled season in 2015. In 2020, Bell started the season as the Jets' feature back, but hurt his hamstring in week 1 and was placed on injured reserve shortly thereafter.
He was a Raven too for like a game or two.
After a
like,
lackluster performance by
yo,
standards,
did we cut him?
Liked a tweet suggesting that the Jets should trade him. The Jets tried to find a suitor for Bell, but released him after failing to find a trade partner. Le'Veon signed with the defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs a few days after his release, but was far from their feature back, finishing the season with only 328 rushing yards, and a loss to the Bucs in the Super Bowl.
Nigga thought he was gonna get a free ring, man.
Bell signed with the Ravens practice squad.
Yeah, this
was activated for a short time in the regular season before being released in November.
That's playing 5 games.
Le'Veon had a brief stint with Tom Brady, Antonio Brown, and the Bucs, but provided little statistically, and at the conclusion of the season was released. After 2022, Le'Veon never played in the NFL again, and there's no doubt that the holdout impacted his career trajectory.
Facts, that's
After
facts.
Football,
oh, you didn't get knocked out?
Boxing. Prior to his stint with the Bucs, Bell expressed his interest in the sport.
Did he get knocked out, bro?
Saying that Paul only fought small dudes who can't box.
Oh, bro, did y'all hear that Jake Paul's supposed to be fighting Canelo? I'ma keep it a buck, gang. Jake Paul don't want that smoke. Canelo finna dog his shit. I'ma keep it a buck, nigga. That ain't old Mike Tyson, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, Canelo finna put them paws on him. Like, real shit.
Bell faced off against fellow NFL vet Adrian Peterson. and on September 10th, defeated Peterson in round 5.
Oh, I thought he got.
Bell's boxing career.
Oh, I
however,
thought
was short-lived,
Le'Veon Bell got knocked
fighting
out,
only
man.
3 times and finishing with a 2-1 record.
Oh,
In
2-1.
2022,
That's not bad.
Bell also competed in season 8 of The Masked Singer, but was ultimately eliminated on 90s night.
Wow.
Since his football days, Bell has dabbled in quite a few different things, and was a polarizing figure during the 2024 election. Le'Veon's rise to NFL stardom was insane. Within 1 year, he went from rookie to all-pro, was a fantasy phenom, and cemented himself as the game's best at the time. It looked as though Bell was well on his way to a Hall of Fame career, before personal issues, including legal trouble and suspension, followed by one of the most publicized NFL holdouts in recent memory, derailed his career. After the holdout, Le'Veon was never the same. He was incredible, but it's hard not to wonder what could have been if Bell avoided suspension and holdout, and instead just kept playing. Thanks
Hey,
for
man.
watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe.
This is a good ass
Also,
vid.
if you enjoy football stories like
I
these,
might check
click
this
the
vid
link in the
out too, I ain't
description
gonna
to
lie.
subscribe to our weekly newsletter, where we'll
But hey, man, I don't know what you guys think down in comments below. Y'all let me know what other NFL videos I'm to react to. Without further ado, I'm out.
I'ma make them feel me, make them people when they show me. And if you don't know me, I'ma make sure that you know me. I hate to say it, but I really think I'm broke. But I know I'm chosen, I really know I'm chosen. I know I'm chosen. I was just lost a year ago, but now I'm focused. When good at sports, this microphone can be my trophy. Not taking drugs, I found a better way of coping.